Hello everybody, it's Alicia from Adventures of Stitching and I'm so happy to be back with you today. It is March 1st. Might be a couple days before you see this, but just thought I'd give you the timeline. I will be sharing my February progress, and it's kind of like half the amount that January was, because January was like a stellar stitching month for me. But I could tell I skipped about half the days in the month of February for stitching, and that's unheard of, really. Like I really took a long pause, and I just enjoyed my birthday, and we had other things going on, so I just didn't really feel like stitching much, which I'm sure you all can relate. But that being said, I think I still have a lot of progress to share. So I hope you all have had a wonderful February and a great Valentine's Day. I know I did. I had my birthday, I had my birthday on the 14th, and we didn't really have much of a plan, and then it just hit me. We're in Florida. All growing up, I used to go ice skating for my birthday, and in Florida that just doesn't really make sense, although I'm sure they have rinks around here. But I said, let's go play golf. So we went golfing for the first time since we got married. It's like 13 plus years ago now. So I was like, this could go disastrous, and a few of them were pretty rough, but I hit par, and that was only like the second time I've played golf in my life, so I was like very excited, and the weather was perfect and gorgeous. And then Ken took me out to dinner, and so it was a nice relaxing day, and I had lovely messages from all of you and some gifts, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make a girl really feel special, and I'm so grateful for you. And I just had a great time. So I'll get into my progress here. I guess the first one I'll show you is the Grand Library Supersize Max Color by Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is where, we'll do it over here. This is where you last saw it. And here it is now. I got to 2% on this. I'll go ahead and get stats up while you're looking at it. I decided to kind of work in all the parked threads. So this is the end of the shelf. Well, this is the end of the shelf, and the page line is like right here. So I just went ahead and finished off that 10 by 10 block. And then by finishing the threads underneath, I think that will help make sure I don't have thread lines. Page lines, not thread lines. I guess it's the same thing, but so I'm so excited. This one has been flying. I don't know what it is. I've just been really enjoying this. Maybe it's because there's a little less confetti, but this one I worked on for 2 days, and I got 1,018 stitches in since the last time you saw it. It is at 14,714 stitches out of 715,284 stitches. It is 2.06% complete. I am stitching this on 32 count fabric, 1/110 stitch, and it's with CXC floss, and I could not love it more. Like, that's my happy place. I love it so much. So me and Sarah from Peace, Love, and Stitches, she's the one who kind of turned me on to that being an option for me. And it's been incredible. If you want to see the one that I was doing before I restarted this, go to the On Point Stitcher channel. Also on Instagram, it's Stephanie, and she adopted my project, and she's already gotten so much done. So go over there if you want to see my future. Project number 2 is my Mini Blue-Eyed Tiger from Artisy. It's by Colin Bogle. I'm doing this with Irene from Stitches in the Tropics on Instagram. This is on 18 count 2/1 full cross, and there's where I am. He got 7 days for 1,618 stitches. Ooh, that looks good. He's at 19,207 out of 31,400. He's 61.17% complete. So right now I'm just kind of working in 10 by 10 columns here, like one column, one block column basically. So hopefully I can get him finished. I kind of half burnt out on him this month, so I gave him a good break. What else do I have to say about that? He's my focus, so he's supposed to get everyday stitching, but like I said, I sort of copped out on my stitching. My next one just got 1 day. I was kind of feeling my Mirabilia urge, so I did my Lady of the Mist. This is where it was when you last saw it. I don't really know, I can't remember who it was that's doing this with me, because I think a few people were doing it. But here we go. This is on a mystery fabric because I got it at an antique store, even though it wasn't an antique, it just happened to be there. And I worked in, I think I did over here. Yeah, I worked in over here and did some of this. Not very much. 209 stitches for the 1 day. This is probably a 32 count fabric because of the way that the coverage is. Yeah. But she's pretty. I like her. So that's my Mirabilia. I feel like I'm flying through these, but I think it's just because I have less to show. That makes sense, right? And next one is my new start. This was my birthday start. This is Wonder Woman Warrior Princess from Tilton Crafts. I think it's, oh, I can't remember his first name. Something Kordek. Ooh, I feel like I should know that. But this is also 32 count 1/110 stitch with CXC floss. And I got a good start. I'm doing 310. And I got, wow, I worked on her for 7 days and I got 2,917 stitches in on her, and this is let's see here, 122,500 stitches big, and it's 2.38% complete already. Now, me and Angie started this together, and I think a few other people hopped on. I know I got Rainey and Leanne to sneak in there with their Hobbit stuff, but I started this Sal, the superhero Sal 2024, and it was just really a birthday party, I guess you could say. I don't know, but it's really just, it ended up that Angie got Groot around the time when we were talking about this, so I was like, hey, Groot is a superhero, and they're both from Tilton Crafts, so we started that together, is what I'm trying to say. She started that for my birthday. So if you want to see her start on Groot, she actually just uploaded a video, so go over to Angie Slowly Crafts and watch. She has great stuff. Her projects are just incredible. I got 1 day on this next project. I sort of feel like that's the way this one's going to go. This is Pride and Prejudice sampler. It's from Etsy. And I started this as the New Year New Start with Sarah from Peace, Love, and Stitches. She's on YouTube and on Instagram. And I got 224 stitches in on this. There's kind of a good color there. You can see that. It's like a really deep plummy purple with like a violet purple, blue violet type purple. Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, that's pretty good fabric color too. If you can get the glare, like that is pretty close to the fabric, and that is that's the floss. Oh well. So this is, so far I have 554 stitches in. It is 39,430 stitches big, and I am 1.41% complete. I think this is an 18 count Jade Ada. I think it's Picture This Plus. And the next one also only got 1 day. And this is Mini Red Panda from Sheena Pike from Heaven and Earth Designs, which is sadly retired now. She was one of many artists that Heaven and Earth Designs retired pretty all at once without much warning. So I'm sorry if you guys were thinking of it. I hope you got your charts, but Sheena Pike was like the one that I think I will miss. I don't think I really knew the artwork from the other artists, but anyways, that was a little sideline. So for Red Panda, I got 1 day. This is 384 stitches of progress, and I don't think I have that right. Yes, I do. That's right side up. It's because I started parking the threads over here, and usually I'll park below, like I'll go this way. But since I did a center start, I just decided I'm gonna work in here, and this will be ready to go when I spread out that way. So if you wondered what the logic was there, that's what that was. Let's see, you can kind of see through this one. Put that up. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. So 385 stitches. I got 6,068 stitches done out of 84,500. It is 7.18% complete. I think I did bring this out just because it was Tuesday, and that's the Sheena Pike Sal Day. It's a group, On Point Stitcher and Angie Slowly Crafts, and several other people I think are doing that, and I always forget. I'm always like, oh, whoops, well, I'll work on it later. It's kind of like my Sunday stitch project too. I'm like, I keep forgetting my days, but they'll get attention this month. I think for March, my main goal is to be aware of the projects I haven't touched in February. So along with my focus, I want to focus on Tiger and my library, because library is so big, it needs constant attention, and Tiger is so far along that he needs finished. So that's my thought process there. The last project I have to show you is a restart. This one's been through a lot. Me and Leanne from Small Town Stitches decided that our farm stand was just too large. It was over 400,000 stitches. Our past videos will tell you that we already thought we would do the mini. So there's a big, when you switch from a main regular chart to a mini, the flosses are not the same. Like, you get a lot of them are the same, but a lot of them are different colors. So I am waiting for floss to come in to be able to progress this farther. But we got our start in on Leap Day. So it's sort of like a start restart. It felt like a freebie start. This is on 25 count Potato Lugana. And that's how far I got for my start yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. It's just like a lot of really pale sherbet type colors. This one got 178 stitches. It's 78,975 stitches big. And I am already 0.23% complete on this. So there you go. So what's kind of fun with that is I got this fabric out of the bigger fabric, and I'm going to start, Leanne talked me into it. It's Leanne's fault again. For her birthday, it might not be on her day of her birthday, but we're starting Mini Gardener's Paradise, also by Donna Gelsinger from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I got the fabric out for that too. So that's like ready to go, and I'm waiting for the floss because I'm doing CXC. And I also have a whole bunch of other extra fabric but it's like L-shaped, so it's gonna be a lot of long, skinny pieces, and I feel like I have a couple that are small enough to fit on that, but I'm not sure if I want to start more things. I have plans at the end of this video I will share, which I guess I've come to the end of this video because I didn't have much to show you this time. So Angie, I think, started this. Leanne hopped on, and then of course I'm weak and I'm easily influenced. So they're doing March shenanigans because both of their birthdays are in March. So happy birth month, ladies. Angie is starting like 8 projects, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. And then I know Leanne is doing 4. So since I'm already signed up for doing Gardener's Paradise at random because of the way Farm Stand worked out, I decided, sure, I'll join in on shenanigans. I'm up for that. So I ordered the Northern Night kit from Dimensions yesterday. So depending on when that gets here, I will start that sometime probably in the middle of this month. And I had been wanting this kit for a year and a half, but I just couldn't justify it at the time for the price point that it was at, and missed the boat when Angie and Joss Home, the Budget Stitcher, I think, here on YouTube, they started it together, and I was like, I just got FOMO because I want that one so bad. So I'm finally getting it. When it gets here, I will start it, and I'm thinking if I can wait, I'll start it on Angie's birthday. So there's that. Then I thought I might join Leanne with the 4 for the month. This is one birthday present that I got. It's a Mill Hill kit, and it's my first one. So I thought, hey, this is great training for my Mirabilias. When I get up to beading those, I don't want that to be my first time trying beads. So this will be great. Great experience for that. So if anyone else is scared, this is probably the best way to go for you too. But I can't wait for this. I love little campers. I love camping. One of my favorite pastimes. So that'll be a start in March. And then this one was a birthday present for my husband, Ken. And I told him this is a kit that's not going in storage or stash. I'm going to start it. And I can't wait. This has been on my list for ages. And I know there's also a chart from, I think it's the Cross Stitch Studio. It could be Charting Creations. I'm not positive now. I think it's Charting Creations. They have this chart. It's a Chuck. Where do you find the artwork? I think it's a Chuck Pinson, but I could be wrong. I'll put that information in the description box if I remember. If I don't have that there, go ahead and just message me in the comments or on Instagram or an email if you want to know where you can find just the chart where you can kit this up. Or, of course, the Letty Stitch kit if you want to do this route. But I know some people love Pattern Keeper and refuse to use paper, which is completely fine. Like, I'm like that too. I may regret this, I don't know, but I just was feeling kits lately. So I will be starting this one too, and I don't know which order I'm gonna do it all in. We'll just see how it goes. So that's kind of everything I have to share update wise. But there is one thing I wanted to share, and I don't know if this will pertain to any of you right now or ever, but I just wanted to put out there to give you fair warning. I think it's Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. She figured out there are flaws in the Shire Painting chart. There's a symbol that is recognized in Pattern Keeper, but it pulls up 9 other symbols. So it's not really it's not really compatible for Pattern Keeper at that point, but it's one of the browns, so it's not until you get into like the middle. So they finally figured out it's not too bad, but you're gonna have to really pay attention when you get to that point. So if you're doing the Shire painting, just beware for that. It's not available on Etsy anymore. We can't find the shop, unfortunately. So it could be because of these chart flaws, but I think we got the crisis averted for the most part. It's good that we know there's an error, and it's good that it's not too many stitches. It's like 700 stitches when you talk about all the different colors. I think the main symbol that pulls up is 402 or 221 or something like that. If you have questions about that, again, message me and I'll try to get all the info for you. But I'm pretty sure the ones that we knew who were doing the chart already got the information they needed. So I just wanted to give that little PSA because I didn't want any of you guys to be doing it and then run across that and not know what to do about it or end up with a weird color thing. So I think that's all I have for you. I don't really have an update life-wise because everything's pretty slow down here. We're just kind of chilling and enjoying our life. The weather has been so bad, and I don't mean bad like blizzard, but it's been bad for Florida, so it doesn't feel like you get to, you know, go boating or go to the beach, or, you know, it's rained so much and it's been cold. But that being said, it's not so cold to warrant complaining about, because in Ohio it could be snowing and down here it's 60 with a low of 30 overnight. It's just really, it's not that bad. But it slowed down our hobbies, so things that we'll do normally we don't really want to do, because when you get closer to the water, that's when temperature drops even more. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of a DIY project. We are mudding and painting the laundry room. That's sort of something that we left because it's like an add-on, and it wasn't a very well done add-on, so we kind of like neglected it, I guess. But this year we've decided, you know what, that's our last thing we've avoided, so let's go with that. So I picked out paint. We have the first layer of mud on. We're about to sand that down. We have linoleum that isn't that old that we pulled from our motorhome before we sold it. So we're just gonna lay that down in there. It doesn't really need to be like a fancy room because, again, it's a laundry room and it's already not perfect. So we're just gonna try to make it a little better. And I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great March. I will see you back at the end of the month. I'm trying to be very prompt with my monthly updates because I have this magical spreadsheet that Rainey gave me, and it's just making my life so easy when it comes to Flosstube. So that's how I know all my stitch counts. Like I know I stitched 17 days and I didn't stitch for 12 days. My total stitch count for the month was 6,611 stitches. I would never have known that if I was left up to my own devices. I would start out and do really great the first week, and then after that I'd be like, I don't want to add all that up, and oh, I think I missed a few over here. Like, I'm not a thorough journaler. I'll just say that. So I guess that's all. I will see you all next time. And don't forget, stitch like the wind.